ModMics have been one of the most well-known ways to turn any pair of headphones into a gaming headset with a microphone. And we went hands-on with the entire lineup last year. But for those who prefer IEMs, or in-ear monitors, to over-ear headphones, the brand new Kimura might be up your alley. Adding a microphone on an adjustable boom, Kimura offers a few different flavors to fit most IEM needs. And we do have the Kimura Duo here that I've been using for the past couple weeks, so let's dive in and take a closer look. Hey everyone, I'm Jordan with 9 to 5 Toys. So we are checking out the Kimura Duo from Antlion. What exactly is Kimura? It's the ModMic answer for IEMs. Rather than attaching a microphone to the small body of the IEMs, you couldn't really do that, they actually made it so that the microphone is in line here with the cable that's going to your device. Now Antlion is offering a couple different versions of this. You can get just the cables themselves that you can use with your favorite IEMs that you already have. You can get the Kimura Solo, which just has one dynamic driver in it, or you can get the Kimura Duo, which is what we have, which has an additional balanced armature in it, so it has a little bit better clarity and detail on the high end. And one note on the cabled version of it, if you are using your own IEMs, it comes with either the 2-pin connector or the MMCX connector, which is what we have here on the Kimura Duo. And on pricing, the cable version itself, if you're using it on your own IEMs, that's $60. The Solo comes in at $100, and the Duo that we have here comes in at $150. And that's the overview of the entire Kimura line. So now let's dive in and take a closer look at the Duo. So it does come with, both the Solo and the Duo come with a hard shell case for storing everything. It's a little bit of a tight fit in there, but if you wind it up pretty well, then it will fit in there really easily. As far as connectors, since it is doing both microphone and audio, it has a split connector built into it, but then it also comes with an adapter that would take both of those into a single plug if you are using this on like your Xbox controller or something like that, where there's a single plug, or on your laptop that has both of those combined into one plug. You can take this, plug it into there, plug it in that device, and then so you can use it on a nice variety of devices. Additionally, the Duo comes with 4 sets of ear tips. There are 3 sets of silicone ear tips of different sizes, and then 1 set of foam ear tips. Typically, I enjoy the foam the most. I usually get the best seal out of those, but I actually found myself using I think it's the middle size of the silicone tips, and that's working well for me for getting a good seal when I am gaming. Visually, the design on the Kimura Duo, I like the look of it. It looks really nice. It's not quite as high-end premium as the Beyerdynamic Excelento Remote Gen 2 that we just checked out. I'll put a link to that up here, but that's also $1,000, so a completely different class of IEM. But for $150, when you're getting both the inline microphone and the Duo drivers in here, the design on this looks good to me. It's a solid resin body, and then it does have this kind of blue accent on the outside here. And the Solo version has a red accent instead of the blue on the Duo. And comfort-wise, I found these to be plenty comfortable for multiple hours of gaming. Like I said, I found the right size of ear tips, and once I found that, it was very comfortable. There is a little, what you want to call it, ear wing kind of built into the body here, so it sits in your ear a little bit better and gets a good grip in there. You never feel like it's going to fall out. Even with these cables and the microphone on it, it never felt too heavy. It didn't feel like it was pulling on my ear or anything like that. The cables up here are malleable, so you can get them, right to the exact shape to really fit comfortably on your ear, which I appreciate. And this also just helps to position the boom mic on the right side in the, just in the perfect position. The boom mic itself is adjustable, and the little, cable up here is adjustable just to make sure that has the perfect placement. All right, so moving on to how do they sound? While I haven't tried the Solo version, which is just using that one driver, the Duo with the additional balanced armature, I was really surprised by how good these sound. When it comes to these IEMs at the price point, I would definitely say that audio quality is the highlight of these. Bass frequencies are big and full. Thanks to that dynamic driver, the Kimura Duo hits low, but never sounded muddy or overwhelming. Mids are crisp and clear as well. Missed by Protest the Hero, which is basically my favorite way to test the mids on headphones, shined on the Kimura Duo. The intricate guitar lines were easily distinguishable from each other, and while maybe not as silky smooth as the much more expensive Excelento, the Kimura Duo does sound great for its price point. And that second balanced armature for enhanced clarity in the highs. In my experience, it works well without making the highs harsh. And once again, on that song Mist, the cymbals and vocals were crisp, clear, but never harsh. They were very easy to hear, but it was never, once again, like the low end, it was not overwhelming. Everything came through pretty evenly. So overall, I'd say that the Kimura Duo is just a blast to listen to, both for music and moving on to gaming as well. For the same reasons that it's great for picking out separate guitar lines and metal tracks, the Kimura Duo also shines in its impressive positioning. Being able to pinpoint where a sound is coming from is key to gaming audio, and the Kimura delivers on this front. Just like guitar lines, I felt that I was able to pick out on a sound's direction when playing cluttered matches in Battlefield 2042. My only complaint here doesn't actually come from the earbud itself. It comes from the cable on here. You do get a pretty decent amount of cable noise if you're moving your head and it rubs up against your shirt or anything like that. A lot of that gets transferred over to the IEM. They do include a clip on the line here, and if you clip that to your shirt and get the cable so they're not actually running, against your clothing, that does help. But still, if it makes any contact, that's transferred over there. So cable noise was definitely a bummer with the Kimura Duo. And because the whole point of this is kind of just these cables across the single and the cables themselves, I would imagine that the cable noise would also be present in the other models as well. So the clip helps, it makes it so it's not terrible, but at the same time, it's also not great. And of course, one of the main purposes of this is to turn this into a headset, so the microphone is very important. And in my testing, the microphone sounds fine. It's not going to be as good as something like a dedicated, streaming condenser microphone or a dynamic microphone that's sitting right in front of your mouth. But for what it is, adding it to an IEM, which is tiny, you can barely feel the extra weight, the mic sounds fine. And you can always make adjustments to that. I'll post a link up here to our How to Make Your Gaming Headset Microphone Sound Better for Free video, which is a couple years old, but I think it still applies. So that offers some different ways that you can tweak the audio of your microphone to make it sound a little bit more, I'd say, broadcast quality. All right, so here we are using the Kimura Duo microphone, so you can hear how that sounds. And, wearing IEMs, it's like wearing earplugs. So you hear a lot more of yourself kind of resonating through your head. So definitely getting a lot of that. But hopefully this gives you a good idea of what the microphone sounds like. And I'm kind of in an untreated room here, so there might be some echo. But yeah, hopefully you can hear what this sounds like. Once again, this is the Kimura Duo. So overall, if you've been trying to find a way to add a microphone to your IEMs, or you love the form factor of an IEM and you want to turn it into a gaming headset, the Kimura Duo is a great way to do that. It sounds great. You never have to worry about batteries or connection issues or anything like that. Cable noise is a little bit of a bummer, but otherwise, I do think these perform very well for the price point. And once again, the mic is fine, but if you're really worried about microphone quality, then you might want to look for a different solution. Personally, I would still prefer using over-ear headphones with a headset with a microphone, or my favorite way to do it is using a nice pair of headphones and then using a different condenser or streaming microphone, either the Shure MV7 or my favorite budget pick, the HyperX SoloCast, which I've made a few videos about. I'll put that up here in the corner. So if you're dead set on IEMs with a microphone, this is a great option. If you're just kind of considering it, versus a headset, personally, I would still suggest going for a headset, but that's going to be up to you, your exact needs, your budget, and what you're looking for when you are gaming. All right, well, that's going to do it for this quick review of the Kimura Duo. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. And if you're looking for some other videos to watch, I'll link to our review of the entire ModMic lineup, as well as our most recent video. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so others can find it easier, and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.